Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. We are from Group 3. My name is Muhammad Azmi bin Man. My group members are Muhammad Hakam, Nur Izzati Azli, Siti Nur Syawaliana, and Nuzul Nabila. Today, we want to present about landlocked countries survive without any ocean-based activity, which is Azerbaijan. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about the background information of Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is officially the Republic of Azerbaijan. Is a country located at the boundary of Eastern Europe and Western Asia. It is a part of the Caucasus region and is bounded by the Caspian Sea to the east, Russia to the north, Georgia to the northwest, Armenia and Turkey to the west, and Iran to the south. Baku is the capital and largest city. The Azerbaijan Democratic Republic proclaimed its independence from the Transcaucasian Democratic Federal Republic in 1918 and became the first secular democratic Muslim majority state, taking the name from the adjacent region of northwestern Iran for political reasons. In 1920, the country was incorporated into the Soviet Union as the Azerbaijan SSR. About the Azerbaijan, the nearest coast to them is the Black Sea with a distance of about 400 km with a port in Georgia. There is a place that plays an important role for Azerbaijan to conduct import and export products. However, Azerbaijan is the same transit country for a neighboring country. They themselves are confined on the mainland. Second is landlocked. Landlocked is an area of land that is not accessible by public roads. Landlocked countries have 42 landlocked countries, 2 landlocked twins. A landlocked confined country is a country that has no territory connected to the ocean, or that the coast is located in the Adriatic basin. There are current 44 states locked on land and 5 states recognized party from land. Azerbaijan also belongs to the largest landlocked country in the world. In general, being locked on land will pose some political and economic disadvantages of the country inaccessible to internal waters. For this reason, countries large and small are working to grant access to open waters along with other countries. Economic shortage due to being locked up on land can be reduced or aggravated depending on a country level development, trade routes around their country, and freedom of trade between other countries, language, coordinates, and several other considerations. Land confined countries are quite prosperous, such as Andorra, Australia, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, and Vatican City, except Luxembourg, because they are founding members of NATO, which often adopt a natural stance in global political issues. Okay, next presenter.
So, I want to talk about literature on landlocked country. First is transit and access in the 1982 clause. Landlocked state shall have the right of access to and from the sea for the purpose of exercising the right provided for in this convention. Landlocked state shall enjoy freedom and transit through the territory of transit state by all means of transport. The term and modalities for exercising freedom of transit shall be agreed between the landlocked state and transit state. Next is national legislation concerning maritime safety and security prevention and response to marine pollution. Azerbaijan has ratified number of significant International Maritime Convention, which include the 1974 SOLAS and 1972 STCW and the 1973 MAPOL, and became an IMO member in 1995. The main national legal framework is provided by Malaysian Supreme Court and by the Statute of the State Maritime Administration. That is fact about Caspian Sea. The Caspian Sea located in Western Asia on the eastern edge of Europe is the largest lake on the planet. On nation border the Caspian shore is Azerbaijan, the Islamic Republic of Iran, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and Russian Federation. The Caspian is completely landlocked, causing a controversy over whether it is a sea or a lake. Estimation of possible oil reserve reaching 230 million barrels. Lastly is territorial division and legal status of the Caspian Sea. The current legal status of the Caspian Sea are based on the Soviet Iranian. The Treaty of Friendship between Soviet Union and Persia became basis of bilateral relation between the two states. Net presenter.
Disadvantage of being dammed can be alleviated or aggravated depending on degree, development and else. Few solutions for the country to overcome the various issues they face in an effort to further develop the country. First one is Trans-Caspian Energy Pipelines. Discussion in Western political and economic circle on Trans-Caspian power lines since the mid 1990 century to transport gas were held. 1.7 billion was given to Circa for the construction. The pipeline would produce enables diplomatic relations to be forgot. The pipeline may have a stabilizing effect and prevent war. The confidence of corporate members is crucial to the realization of the pipeline project. Second is Trans-Caspian gas pipelines. The idea of building a Trans-Caspian oil pipeline goes back to the 1990 century. Clinton administration initiative was held for the East-West Trans-Caspian. 2006, the leader of Azerbaijan and Turkmenistan signed a framework agreement to create a Trans-Caspian project to ship Kazakh oil via BTC. April 2007, a memorandum was signed to bring all extract from Kashagan and Tegis fields to the Second terminal. The Trans-Caspian oil pipeline project could not be implemented for a number of reasons, including political and commercial. Three options have been considered for bringing Turkmen gas to Western market via pipelines. Strong opposition from Russia is based on the environment and the law. The other two are considered too expensive based on the amount of transportation and distance travelled. Early 19th century, Turkish and Turkmen leaders proposed the concept of the Trans-Caspian gas pipeline to move Turkmen gas westward to Baku. Gas from the Tegis pump in Kazakhstan will also connect to the channel at Aktau in Kazakhstan. Turkey and Turkmenistan signed a 30-year agreement to export gas from Turkmenistan to Turkey. Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey and Turkmenistan signed the Intergovernmental Declaration to establish the legal framework for development of the Trans-Caspian pipeline. Failed to reach an agreement due to relatively low payment and price. Opposition from Russia and Iran to the project affected the framework of the project. Turkmenistan signed a memorandum of understanding in April 2008 with the EU to supply gas starting 2009. December 2008, two Nabucco gas pipeline project partners, OMV and RWE, established the Caspian Energy Company for the purpose of Trans-Caspian pipeline construction and to find partners for the project. Some good development when sales to Russia stopped, sales to Iran decline. Turkmenistan and Azerbaijan have shown interest in sending their gas to the Southern Gas Corridor. May 2015. Afghanistan Declaration 12 bring together Turkey, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, and, and the EU in the statement, recognizing cooperation of equal to mutually beneficial interests. Next presenter. Thank you.
For recommendation to improve the landlocked country is how the economic situation has improved in landlocked countries. Since 2003, there has been incremental progress in the structural transformation of landlocked countries, but there have been many positive developments during the implementation of the program of action. Priorities going forward. For the infrastructure, they ensure the most efficient infrastructure, cost recovery, and maintenance of roads. Landlocked countries should adopt a big net toll system. For the trade facilitation, many challenges remain, especially in better integrating border management and facilitation of procedure beyond custom. The Bali Trade Facilitation Agreement offered help to landlocked countries that rely on transit through third countries to the access point. For reform of the trucking sector and implementation of transit regimes, in most landlocked countries, trucking remains a main mode of freight transportation, so a system similar to an international road transport system. There have been some reform to transit regimes, including initiatives to govern the cross-border movement of transport vehicles. More decisive action is needed to seriously address implementation barriers and to improve efficiency of transit system, following the TIR or European Transit Principles. Thank you. Next presenter.
This topic's conclusion is the impact of regional factors of wealth and stability on the foreign policies and security measures of landlocked states. Landlocked countries account for roughly half of all low-income economies worldwide. Most importantly, there is a link between insecurity and the lack of development that most landlocked countries face. Social insecurity and domestic underdevelopment in landlocked states are exacerbated by the region's lack of stability and poverty. The instability of landlocked states is not contained within their borders. In some of the case studies presented in this assignment, however, the existing body of literature on the subject does not place much emphasis on this issue. We can also conclude that Azerbaijan has successfully transformed itself into a regional transportation hub. During an interactive session on strategy outlook in Russia at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Azerbaijan's President Ilham Aliyev emphasized the importance of energy projects. Environmental management is influenced by this and other factors. That's all from us. Thank you.